Hello, beautiful souls. I wanted to record another video and just talk a little bit with you about what is a light bringer, what is a wanderer, and how to know if you are one. My guides brought this information to me, gosh, I want to say maybe 17, 18 years ago when I first started to get into this work. I heard about light workers and star seeds and things like that, and I always thought, oh, I wonder what that is, and I wonder if I'm one of those. And since then, I've heard the term wanderers come up, and my guides have actually used the words light bringer, and that really resonates with me. It feels really good to me to call myself a light bringer, and it reminds me of my intention and why I'm here. But I wanted to talk to you just a little bit about what does it mean to be a light bringer, a light worker, wanderer, and then kind of give you some ways of knowing if you are one yourself. This is not any kind of hierarchy where a light bringer is more important or better in value than anyone else on the planet. That is completely not the point of it. It just will help you or assist you in recognizing why you're on this planet, and because sometimes light bringers struggle with being on this planet, and also help you to know where to focus your energies and attention, because it can be very challenging to be a light bringer, especially during this time with our planet changing and our consciousness changing. It's the time that we're most needed, but it's a very difficult time to be so sensitive. So a light bringer or a wanderer tends to be a soul who has not come to this planet to incarnate because they need to, or they want to experience this deeper sense of spiritual growth and awareness, like evolving the soul. Light bringers and wanderers tend to be people who have already experienced that, but who feel the call of the planet, who feel the call of humanity, to come back into this dimensional place, this third dimensional experience, to assist others in being able to lift their vibration, to lift their frequency, to help the planet and help humanity move into that next level of expression of soul, that next level of consciousness, which is what we call the ascension process. And it is happening for us on a global scale right now. I talked about this a little bit in the, what the heck's going on in 2016, 2017. But light bringers and wanderers will come from other planets. They will come from other dimensional states of awareness. I had asked my guides at one point, this was a few years ago, what level of awareness my soul was directing energy into this body and this life from, and they told me very quickly, very matter-of-factly, sixth dimensional awareness. Now, what is that? I have no clue. I can't tell you. I don't remember what sixth dimensional awareness is, right? But it felt accurate to me. And that I was incarnating, as many of you are incarnating, to bring sixth dimensional awareness, sixth dimensional understanding, or fifth dimensional, or even most wanderers and light bringers are fifth, sixth, seventh dimensional awareness, okay? To bring that consciousness down and to try to embody it in third dimensional awareness to assist the frequency of this planet in raising. You'll see so many children are being born now who are coming from those even higher dimensions, those seventh dimensions, eighth dimensions. They just come in, they're just such pure love and pure heart energy. They're also very rebellious. They push against the status quo. This is one of the signs of being a light bringer and wanderer. But these children that are coming in, and the reason they're doing that is because just by being born, just by coming into this earth plane, their energy is assisting the planet in lifting its own vibration. It's very much the law of resonance. So you bring in a vibrational frequency, and the vibrational frequency, all these light bringers that are coming, and there are millions of us right now, that are coming in and bringing in these higher frequencies of consciousness and understanding and heart energy. It's helping the planet by law of resonance to harmonize, link up, entrain, and lift the vibration of the planet. So, and humanity along with it, because it's all connected. So light bringers and wanderers come from many dimensions. Because of that, they will feel certain things that other people don't necessarily feel. And so I'm going to just kind of go over with you what I was told. If you can answer yes to most of these statements, and not all of them, you don't have to match all of them, that's for sure. But if you're hitting the 80% mark on one of the things that I'm kind of mentioning here, you are most certainly a light bringer or a wanderer, and this might help you to understand why you feel the way you feel on this planet, and why it's such a challenge. So the first thing they told me is that you're going to have an innate sense or a feeling inside of you that you're not from here. There's going to be this sense of feeling like you're different than everybody else around you. You're going to feel that there's something different about you, almost like alienated in some ways, isolated sometimes. You just might feel weird compared to other people. But there is a definite sense of knowing, I'm not from here. This isn't home to me. Okay? Secondly, there is a deep innate desire, and this is one that's in absolutely all light bringers and wanderers. There's a deep innate desire to help other people, and that drives everything you do. It drives your choices, it drives your career. You in some way will want to feel like you are serving humanity, are serving other people, helping people in some way. If you don't feel like you're doing that, you're going to be very unsatisfied in the work that you're doing, and there's going to be this push and this urge inside of you to get on board and start doing something that helps people. And just to make a point of that, it is so important right now that you honor that urge. If you're not doing what you feel like you're here on this planet to do, now is the time to make the changes, and now is the time to pursue it with your full heart and your full being. And you will feel that sense of urgency in you. Thirdly, there is a fascination in light bringers, or they're drawn to supernatural subjects or cosmic subjects. So these are the people that really, they like the shows Ancient Aliens, and they like ghost hunters, and they like anything that talks about other unexplainable phenomenon. That's definitely a draw for light bringers and wanderers. It kind of like reminds them of home, or it reminds them of the truth. There's also a deep sense of empathy towards other beings, and this can be overwhelming for light bringers, almost to the point where it can make, I see light bringers get sick from it, because they take on, if somebody else is in pain, they're in pain. If you watch movies and you can totally empathize with the person, you can feel the pain, it's easy for you to cry. Absolutely, this is what we're talking about. It can be a little overwhelming for people. Like I mentioned in the 2016-2017 video, you can feel all the energies that are going on around you, and so it can be very overwhelming because you're being bombarded and you're feeling all of it, and you maybe haven't learned how to put up a little bit of a buffer or a boundary there. So, but this is a key element of light bringers, wanderers. There is a deep sense of empathy, a compassion, a connection, and an understanding to how other people are feeling. Another one is there's a sense of urgency inside of you related to the time that we have to really help humanity, to get out there and do our service, to provide our service and help the planet. There is an urgency inside of you that you'll feel, but which can almost cause anxiety for light bringers sometimes, because they just know that they need to get this done. They need to take that class. They need to learn that skill, whatever it is. There's a sense of urgency that comes with it. There's also a love of nature and a love of animals that's just very natural for light bringers. They see the purity of nature. They see the purity of animals. They want to protect animals. They want to protect nature and preserve it. They also see animals as having equal value to humans. They don't look at animals as less than necessarily. There's an awareness of love and consciousness being within that being, and they respect it. They strongly value humor. They may not be humorous themselves. They may not quite know what's humorous. They might even feel awkward in trying to be humorous, but they can value humor that is uplifting. It will bother them greatly if there is humor at the expense of another human being. It can even twist their gut and make them feel kind of sick. Light bringers don't like to see anyone else harmed, anyone put down, anybody diminished in spirit. It bothers them. It gets under their skin. But they do love to see and experience humor that's uplifting, laughing at life, laughing at our having humility about things. And more importantly, a real strong value on kindness. They love to be kind to other people. They can almost be overgiving, which can put them in situations that are challenging for them. Because they know they came here on this planet to give, and so they just naturally almost overgive. But the kindness is so important, and so they're very drawn to people who are kind, and they are those friends that that person's so kind. That's a light bringer. They may have dreams of other worlds, other places that they've never been, dreams of higher beings that are connecting and teaching and talking to them. They might have dreams of UFOs. They might have dreams of alien consciousness or other beings that don't look like us in their dreams. That's very common for light bringers, wanderers. Intuition is usually chosen over rational thinking for a light bringer or wanderer. They will go to their gut feeling first. They know to trust their intuition. Now, life may have challenged a light bringer and a wanderer to not put a lot of credence in their intuition, but innately they know that they must find a way to trust it. They may not have acted on it, but they're the ones that will say, oh, I knew I should have done that. Plus, they will also have either developed or have a pull to develop their spiritual gifts, their intuition. These are people that are very interested in developing their spiritual skills. Their sense of feeling and seeing and hearing and all those sixth senses. They're really drawn to develop those. And a lot of light bringers and wanderers will come in with those skills already developed. They'll come in, they're the little walking telepathic children, and the ones who know when you need to be touched or hugged, or they're incredibly compassionate beings. So these are the things that are the most common indicators of being a light bringer or a wanderer. So if you see yourself in that category, welcome to the world. I'm glad that you're here with me. We need you right now. We need your light. We need your gifts. It is time for you to really be shining those gifts out and serving and giving your gifts to humanity. So putting your focus on that is super important right now. The last thing I want to say to you is I will be doing another video talking about spiritual homesickness, because when you are a light bringer or wanderer, you can feel, as I said in the beginning, kind of isolated or different than other people. Like you can't really talk to people about the things that you feel most deeply unless they're also another light bringer. So you can get what I call spiritual homesickness. And I really see it as an epidemic right now among light bringers. There's a lot of us who are tired. This place is a painful place to exist. We see a lot of pain around us. We see a lot of people disregarding the importance of life and nature and animals and children. And it's just heartbreaking for us. And it's every day. We're barraged by it every day. And the news is so negative. I actually try to avoid the news. I watch about 5 minutes of headline and then that's it. And even then, sometimes I just have to turn that off. As a light bringer, you're going to find you're really sensitive to bad stories, painful stories. You won't like movies that are really, really painful unless there's a deep, cleansing, heartfelt pain to that, meaning that it's kind of where it takes you into a deeper sense of self or deeper sense of soul. Those painful movies you're going to be drawn to. But the ones where there's a lot of violence and a lot of harming, it's just going to be too much for you to watch. It's going to be overwhelming for your sensitivity. So if you have any questions, any comments you'd like to make, or anything else that you want to add, please feel free to comment or send me an email. I would love to hear from you. And I wish you all the best. And again, keep your eyes and ears open for the video on spiritual homesickness if you feel like that might be something you're suffering with, because I've got a few suggestions that my guides have given me to assist you with that. God bless and have a gorgeous, gorgeous day.